They rush it down and pause. Nemiga ready to hit this B bomb site. That frag grenade on Che. It's gonna be worth something, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
That's half damage down on Xanter and Risky Bob. But it is still those two players to find all three of these opening kills. So grenades be damned. Khan opens up into Z as well. So that is a rambunctious hit into the B bomb site. They attack it with conviction. They put Vinny into a clutch, and he's gonna find that close smoke clear. Khan with a double to close out. A T-side pistol looks good for the Nemiga boys.
Well, we saw that Nemiga were not scared after losing some early HP.
But we've already got the answer. MP9's pressed up to the front of the A site. 5v4 for Imperial. And a tight choke point here towards Pop Dog. It's a one and done. Desventi comes through with the Deagle headshot. And now man advantage still held onto by the defense. Bomb has been found out as it was dropped outside of Pop, so eyes on it from E-Box. And with Vinny getting dropped, we go back even keel. Good on Shui to just hold for the aggression.
Tense moment. Perfect peek. What a shot. Another one down. Oh, and try with the headshot scout to close out round 2.
Trying to connect, but unable. Nemiga just kind of limping through the halls here as a continuous amount of pressure is being put out by the Imperial CT side. If it's not Vinny taking a look, into T-Con.
Man, he's hit a few of those.
It's just straight up Descenti in their grills. If you double back to the A site, this AK is going to catch you off guard. Oh, never mind. Khan hits the Deagle headshot. It felt like they weren't able to connect them, but then they turned this upside down. If it wasn't for that floating scout in the hands of Try.
He switches to the Deagle to clear out Ivy. What a guy.
Still trying to hold them back, but there's going to be no challenge from this side of the map. It is all the front end of this outer site. They hold for a moment. Nemiga deciding not to just jump on it, wait out that smoke, make sure everybody's coming in with clear sight lines on the entry. No way back sight, fire destined for him. His position now gets minimized. Can't afford to burn out. They close that gap. They are charging him down, and eventually they'll get there. Try allows for the sight to fall.
Hit that through the wall as well.
Then he comes out from Z. That's both positions known. He nades off the bomb planter.
Yeah.
That nade stops Bomb from getting onto site, and then time expires.
Oh, man.
Unwinnable in that last attempt to pick up Bomb. He just ends up dying alongside him. Long-awaited guns back in hands. Nemiga will waste no time barreling into the B site. To hell with Outer. To hell with Try on those back lines. They slam into B, and it is all too easy. Nemiga given this second round, as it looks like Imperial will call the save instantly. One frag on a B site, and it's a round win with it. Youngest player at the event is in the server at the moment. Zue, 17 years young. Even younger than Mzinho by a month or so.
Wonder if he's jealous.
Kicking off the Endeavor at stage 1, and it is a reposition from Try. You can hit that inner sight if you want to, but the op can move as it chooses to. Try first blood, quickly turn back as Che gets punished for the aggression.
This is scrappy, man. I think, and I have a feeling that both teams actually enjoy it. This is fitting their play styles quite well. Going to be a game that comes down to the money for the CT side.
Trying to smoke off ramp so that Try can just close down on one half of this, but they'll charge down through it. It's a clean entry from the young gun. A little bit back from the defense, but a bomb plant regardless. So do Imperial take a chance at this one. And he's going to come through that smoke by the looks of it. Feels like the retake's on if Z gets into the action. But Vinny doesn't know if there's somebody on top of him, so No Way's looking for a point of contact. And now that he's lost his teammate, things feel a little desperate. Double kill from Zue.
It's an interesting problem because B is very retakeable right now. So to try 2v3 can make sense 100%. It always was the case on Train. But because Nemiga are going B so many times, it's almost a different threat because who are they even practicing that's going B this much, you know? So I feel like it's just such a unique game plan. It's a little confusing here for Imperial. And because this B site's getting tested so much, they want to squeeze this one dry. They've got lots of time to work with. They made presence at Ivy earlier, got that HE kill. They know that they've threatened B so many times, they can make it feel like it's going to be a B hit. But it doesn't feel like Imperial are extremely worried about it. Actually, they've got a good response. They pushed B, they had Try and Z, and they find another kill.
Tries trying to get an angle going, but this smoke grenade makes it so suffocating. He's just got to have to bank on backside, losing support in the process. He can feel the approach. And they try to make it awkward on the reload. Chase strikes perfectly. Try ends up getting his response. Oh, Con spins.
Con. That's awesome. That was actually a very strong try to come back into the round for Imperial. The way they pushed B, they had just right amount of people there to respect the fact that Nemiga tried to go there so many times. They came in with Vinny to find this peak, but every single one of these kills, material advantage for Nemiga. They're trading 1 for 1, and then finally,
I don't kill you, boys!
such a fantastic 1v2.
Great read of the situation.
I love Furia?
What's that?
Did he say I love Furia?
He says, I don't hear you, boys.
Oh, okay. I thought he said I love Furia, boys.
Let me join Furia. Deagle and 5-7s at play. Do not run too rambunctious into a brick wall. Imperial with less come out into the 2v2. This round was wild. We got deaths all over the map. Inside T-Con, down that B ramp, but it ends up inner again.
Bomb's in a little bit of an awkward spot. They're going to have to swing out a little wide to get it.
But they managed to get out the ramp. Nice headshot from Con. Second player, though, is going to cause a bit of a frantic moment. He taps bomb. Here they come, scrambling in to stop him. Descenti's able to get back on it. It's a 10-second defuse, and now he doesn't have the time. So this one's going to fizzle out. It's going to be a Nemiga 5th on this T side, boding well for the attack. So they go again. Guns back in the hand of the defense. That off on try. It's kind of been set up for success. Troy wastes no moment getting out of T-Con, but they zone him well with utility, so we get first blood Imperial here. Man advantage, what will it net them? Tries op on the right side of this map, as it looks like Nemiga are gonna try again, but if they pounce in this perfect timing, you know, he spots it, but what are you gonna do about it? There's already an exit. He's trying to chase the first clean shot from Try as he snaps back over, a slight adjustment to the second entry on that upper shelf. And luckily for Try, his teammate also holds back ramp, so this one does indeed get shut down on all fronts.
That was pretty scary because he got out so far, and Try had spotted that. I think it was correct for Nemiga to go for it, but
nothing wrong with that.
No, there definitely isn't.
Nope. Nothing at all. All right, finally stuffed over towards that B bomb site. It got stuffed, but it didn't look like it was going to be honest. Con creates his own opportunity. And that's what I was expecting when we got a Train remake. I was waiting for those T-Con op duels to Ivy. You know, I thought there'd be smokes down those deep lanes, and we were constantly going to get moments like that. You actually don't get those all too often, and Con's going to throw one out at the start of this for man advantage in round 10. Sketchy, obviously, for Nemiga. They're going to be thinking that the jig is up. They've been found out. It's a lot of posturing going on for the outer yard, and Try floats out here for the time being. We go to 20 seconds. He's going to try to hold back that T-Con player, but eventually Shui's going to come in behind him. He turns just in time, but there's a fast rebuttal. No way he's going to get his headshot. Now flustered out of this position, he's got to scramble back into Z. 7 seconds. They're boosting over top of Z. Con's low, but still alive.
They got it down.
They stopped him. Now they need the frag. CTs die in the process, but one lives. 9 health on Vinny as he leaves, ties this game up.
This backs up perfectly.
Fake drop.
Another pick here for Khan.
The line.
This time,
Khan.
see a thing. Only the future.
Oh, it's a good dink in the distance, but Che slides up point blank. So it starts to feel like Imperial's solution to this B play is just don't let them come into the execute, right? Che Jesus has been pretty consistent in his challenges. So deep this time, in fact, that he ends up killing a player up in the office. That's a Risky Bob down. Vinny wants a piece of the action as well. Not looking to let them have all this real estate, not looking to let them hit that execute, but they take it by force instead. What was supposed to be the crossfire from 2 players could still set up Descenti well enough. Distraction being offered over by Try. He's hoping both these Ts will not be watching, but they've actually given themselves a smoke to play with it, so he'll strike down the one that's not covered. Shui's gonna come up. Okay, it is all aim. It is headshots. Nemiga take that lead back, and then they're gonna just crank that dial. Finally, final round of the half, and we get that all-out A action in the first few seconds of the round. Che very fast though on the flanks, gonna catch them off guard. That's Lear down, and now they're gonna feel a little corralled out here in the open. If that Ivy smoke goes down, they're doomed, but instead it's a post plant setup. You've already got the post around the side, and Shui's got himself kills. Again on the edge of this smoke, but No Way gets it up instead. Low health for Risky Bob, full health for Xanter.
They're not
and
worried
a back
about this.
turned to him as the Opper serves up the distraction. I mean, Bob's got it. Back turn to him, tries done for, and No Way is pinched between the 2 last. He'll still
very
get
smart.
them. A little frantic on the stoppage, just jumping around here with the SMG. And he's gonna try to chase him down. Time's gonna decide this final round of the half. Quick execution to close it. It is a 7-5 lead after the T side for Nemiga. I mean, when you're sitting on 7 health especially.
Yeah, look at this pervert.
Hey there. Full execute comes over top. Lear's got a kit for the retake if needed. We'll see if CTs can stop them. Doesn't look likely. Imperial, what an answer. It is a slaughter of the defense. You've got a ton of damage still to deal with if you're Risky and Lear, and it seems to be getting cleaned up. Imperial puncture through that B site like it's nothing.
Vinny just synthesized that entire first half. Now we will do the same thing they did. Watch it be 5 B attacks in a row.
But maybe even better. Watch this. First bullet.
So the patience at first made him look a little bit nervous. Like, okay, we didn't clear pop. We don't know if we should go back outside.
Because of that, nobody feeling comfortable enough to play within it. So once those smokes fade, it feels like there's going to be another clash. Reality is Imperial actually, I think, are leaving it for the taking. Forward setup on this outer yard. If Khan can rely on that, then he can just lock down Ivy. He hears the approach coming, so it's going to draw attention. Xanter, no way!
Move. How'd he get out of there? No way he's alive.
Walks up the B ramp as if he got invited to join them in the halls. Perfect timing, perfect play, and the spray is good.
It's because they saw an Ivy player that the fake didn't work. They thought they actually elicited a push inner because Xanter thought he was going to be flanking pop. He didn't even realize that this play was going to go towards him.
What an obscure sequence of events here that leads Imperial to the slaughter. Risky Bob's going to try to come clear guns. Oh, he comes before the round's over, which is still great. 2 guns denied, but
Just got to take him.
man, that could have been even worse.
Yeah, that's how you got to look at it if you're Imperial for sure.
Chalk it up to a bad timing and hope that the strats still follow through, but it is a comfortable looking lead if you're Nemiga. Pistol round lost, conversion offered, and then nothing but CT round win since. pelting the top of that ramp with nades, but they come out on top. Xanter's got the better of the flash support. Now we're gonna get risky, Bob. Real risks being ran.
I like this. They saw the bomb early. They saw lots of players as well.
What a bank nade that is. If only it does more than 6 damage. I mean,
Wow.
It absolutely announces him, but 2 players so they could boost.
That's insane.
He climbs up, it's getting watched.
Okay. That's insane.
There's so many players in there and so few directions to cover.
They know someone boosted.
But will they expect another?
And also, doesn't matter if they know you're here. You know, this is a great spot to stand in if they don't have outside control. And even this molly can push you back, but it can't defend B.
That's gonna fall on Shui. Okay. Spray down's good. It's exactly what he needs. It puts his team in man advantage. He has 5 health after the fact there. It's not the perfect spray, but we've seen him tap, and now we've seen him mow him down. And it opens up this perfect opportunity for Lear to strike while the iron's hot. A double to his name to boot.
I don't understand. Why did you think this far?
And Nemiga happy with playing Train twice today.
Yeah. I mean, Nemiga have shown a lot of strength, both now on CT and CT side. I'm loving some of these setups. It's even less about aim now.
They're just trying to get a little desperate. It feels like Imperial try to charge out through T-Con, dead. Imperial try to make a ruckus over towards B. There is an opening, but then they hesitate for a second. They could have just flooded down and taken all of this. There would have been 0 resistance. Now in contrast, 3 defenders on site. And if you're not gonna go down that ramp, then you better watch your back. You lose outer, the 1 player there opens the door for the Pop Dog push. And it feels like now Imperial are just kind of getting lost in the shrubs.
Well, op shot gets missed. Maybe a gun pickup here for Nemiga. But it's still a 3-on-4. 1 Tech 9 here for try. Lots of players spotted. Positions known. Good info. Looks like they're going to run it down in her again. Let's see if Xanter can have a better time than Try did. No, nice shot.
Smashed. Okay.
Oh, second.
Both players from that top shelf find man advantage in their hands now. Op retake inbound. First shot landed, but it's not lethal, so Lear 1v3. That AUG felt like it was on the right position, but it just gets shredded by the M4 and gun offered over to them. Lear's not an interesting time.
Actually, yeah, because Try just now posts up on that flank. They're surely not just going to leave the site, though.
Dissect this one.
Wait a sec.
Kills the player outside Z. Top shelf player will come back. That's an opper confirmed. He's going to stick this. Top shelf's going to peek. Does Senti peek? Okay. He gets him off it. Woo! And they will close down that round.
Have him miss that shot. They still can't finish him off.
This top red angle, though, from Lear. Did the other player spot this? Oh, wow. You got to be ready for anything.
Incredible.
Feels like the player in the back spotted Lear top red, called for try to ravel that. And in the process, a peek comes at him. He reacts. Well done. Now Khan's gonna try to get aggressive into T-Con. Any corner could be occupied. There's bodies coming at him. He won't miss that one. He's got a corner. That's where No Way's gonna put him down. Vinny 1 and done. Descenti could trade out from Pop, and so 1v3. Xanter nowhere to be found. Imperial sink their teeth deep in the outer yard.
Man, so much of this comes down to Try's kill and how honestly incredible that flick was. We'll have to watch that back after this round. Xanter 1-on-3, I'm not thinking it's likely. The biggest benefit of taking outside is how difficult the retakes are.
Threat
Must
assessment.
hit position.
Just add a peek there.
Makes it a 2-round game.
They're very quickly into T-Con with the double nades, trying to punish that crossover from Xanter. They read that one. Ooh, he hits the dink still.
Fired. Knew he had to.
Just can't get that second bullet on target. In fact, he gets all that damage
Very
considering the
clearly a
nades.
pick play, though. You know, they sent one guy running at him. They had the 2 nades to catch him on the cross. And we've seen sometimes Nemiga go and try to sniff this out. If they don't, they feel like there's something amiss. Like they might just be sending a mercenary.
Is he gonna pop that? No.
I love that they're searching, though.
They're gonna challenge behind it. They'll take control of T-Con. It's a sketchy feeling if you're on this outer site. The T's take over what you just had. It's a heavy B lean and a lot of pressure on Risky Bob with zero information over towards Ivy, but with the prevalence that Nemiga has had on that half of the site, you know, if you're Imperial, you're worried that Kong's still back there. Instead, here he is on site itself. The defense has to be worried about Ivy, but they should be more willing to write it off. MP9 found out close on the smoke, 25 seconds.
Gotta go, man.
No real way to open this up. That frag in the backdrop doesn't come out to help. Beautiful MP9.
No way.
Risky Bob with one mag, shreds flesh on 3, and man advantage off the back of that for 12. Lear's gonna hold on to the E-box. It's damage done beyond him, and they'll slaughter Imperial on their approach.
Unfortunately, that is a little bit embarrassing to go out like that. One MP9 in a position they were about to split. They're late into the round. Egg on the face of Imperial here to defend against map point.
Try's gonna find an opening as Imperial have already established positioning. Lear given a gift as Che tries to walk through that smoke, unsuspecting. Shui gets man advantage right back, so this outer site ends up holding in the end. Lear turns around, and there's a certain disjointedness in this final round by the looks of it from Imperial. An auto shotty waiting down on that B bomb site. Xanter has gotten away with robberies throughout this map. That MP9 push up the ramp that was so disruptive to Imperial's game plan. That was really just an early tone set by the defense that they were going to disrespect your ideas. Descenti finds a good timing, but now that op's locked in on him, and eventually Xanter's going to come back. But remember, auto shotty.
Yeah.
And oh no, perfect gun for the job in the end, because he pushes ramp once more. It's closed. Nemiga will dodge it, and Imperial will fall. Another Brazilian team down in the 0-2 pool. Not a great day for the most represented nation in Austin.